whether as a consumer, whether as a regulator, whether as a FBO. So it's just not, we should not go with the flow. The flow may be there will be pulls and pressures. And if you are actually succumbing to the pulls and pressures, then you are not a leader. Then you are again going about a manager. So things will be managed the way it was earlier or mundane manner. So if you want to transform something, that is the gap. As I just spoke, there's a gap. Take that ownership. I'm trying to take that ownership, fill the gap and move ahead. If you are able to do that, I think you will be successful. I think for a healthy nation, healthy people are important. For healthy people, healthy food and medicine is important. And for healthy food and medicine, the regulator, FBOs need to work in that goal. That's the goal we have set and we are working on that.
I think what we can really take away from this session is to identify a gap, to take ownership and work on it. And sir, the words that you've spoken today are truly going to stay with all of us. Before we open the floor for audience questions, what would be your final message to this generation, to Gen Z, who want to serve the nation and who want to contribute in the best way possible, probably at this age?
I think, as I said, they are really good at diagnosis. Now, all of us know the issues and the problems. And you have this new technology. Can we make use of this technology for making lives better? Just think in a simple way. Every day, every moment, at least a particular day, if you are taking today, as a person, I have to ask myself a question. How I made any person happy, better, satisfying today? If the answer to this question is yes, I think you are moving in the right direction. If the answer to this question is no, then I think you are stagnant. And that is, you may make yourself happy, but you can't be happy if the surroundings are not happy. Because we, as humans, are a social animal and we live in society. So society needs to be happy for that. So for this generation, my message is very, very clear. The flow is there. The rivers are flowing, thoughts are flowing. In the digital age, you are supposed to move very, very fast. You don't have a second for pausing because there is a huge competition and there is a concept called FOMO, missing out something, fear of missing out something. So don't go for this FOMO. Pause for a second and think it. Am I moving in the right direction? Whether it's your thought, whether it's your exam, whether it's taking care of your people, and whether you are talking about larger issues, common issues, global issues, whether it's a climate change or gender issues or your mental health issues, LGBTQ issue, take on it. And then you extend that step one by one at one go and create a society where everybody matters, not just you.
Thank you so much, sir. It was truly an honor and privilege to talk to you. We can take some audience questions right now. Can we please pass the mic?
Hello.
Hello. So students who are especially in their early 20s, and even though when they are very certain about the path of civil services, they face some kind of opportunity cost which comes due to the uncertainties that this exam brings. So how do we deal with that opportunity cost?
What is the question? I did not get. Civil service exam, what?
Yes.
What is the question?
Sometimes they are dealt with certain different opportunities. So how can they?
Okay. So before starting to take exam, ask yourself a question. Whoever is wanting to enter the civil services, ask yourself a question. Why do you want to join civil services? Not how. How will come later. First ask why. Why do you want to do that? And if an answer to that is, I just want a job, I think that may not be the best job for you. Right? So if your answer is yes, I am suitable as public position, civil servant, and I am ready to take a responsibility for the society as a whole, then you start working on it. Once you decide to enter and take the examination, the preparation should not start with collecting information. Most of us make a mistake of gathering many books, reading more information, and mugging up information. So that is one of the biggest mistakes we commit while preparing for the examination. In the civil services examination, your knowledge is just one part of it. Information knowledge, one part, almost not more than 30%. What is checked in the civil services examination is your suitability by analytical way, whether in written examination or interview. So what you need to look at is, look at the question papers, study the question paper, just don't read it. Study the question papers. Once you study the question paper, then go for syllabus and study the syllabus. Once you do that, then think that what are the patterns in the questions papers, what is the pattern of the syllabus, what type of questions are asked, and accordingly plan out how to study it. Rather than just collecting information, writing notes, getting notes, it will not help. If that was the case, everybody who had joined some classes, had got some notes, read many books, would have been successful here. But that is not the case. The people who are very well thought of, who give a lot of thought to answers, and who are analytical, they succeed here. So your aptitude is tested, your analytical skills are tested, your way of presenting yourself and writing in examination is tested, and you approach the problem. That is tested in written examination also and in interview also. I'll just give one example. History is there for general studies also. All of us might have read about 1857 revolt, 1757, 1947, all these Mahatma Gandhi would have read. And you will find on Mahatma Gandhi, there can be a question for 2 marks, 20 words. There will be a question for 10 marks, 200 marks. There will be a question for 600 marks, 600 words, 60 marks, or there can be essay, 200 marks, say 2000 words. Now all of this, you are writing about Mahatma Gandhi only. But the answer is totally different. Now if you are able to write Mahatma Gandhi in 20 words, I think you will be successful. So most of us, what we are taught in the schools, Mahatma Gandhi, father of the nation, was born this, non-cooperative movement, blah, blah, blah. You will not get more than half a mark out of 2 if you write this. What you are expected to write in 20 words is actually his contribution, total contribution in the society as a leader within 20 words. That is the capacity you have to develop. And if it is essay, then you have to be able to write in 2000 words what Mahatma Gandhi contributed. The question is not what was Mahatma Gandhi, how was he, no. It is about his contribution. So this is the level of preparation, this is the way you have to prepare. And this will help you take decisions when you are a public servant. That's why this exam is the toughest one of the toughest in the world. Maybe it is regarded as the second toughest. Comparisons are there, some can say it is toughest, some say some second toughest exam. It is not because it takes your knowledge at that level. Once you clear prelims, you are eligible for that. You are up to it. Suitability is tested so that you are able to take a decision in quick second in a given situation, even if you do not have resources. That's the level you are prepared. And I think those who have aptitude about this and who want to work in this manner should go for this examination. Otherwise, you can choose other careers.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. So, sir, it's so nice to have you here at the 80th Independence Day, because it is thanks to people like you that the integrity of our institutions are improving. So, sir, my question to you is very personal. We've all seen you set a standard for restaurants to operate in. What is one restaurant that you personally really like and that also passes your standard of operation?
I'll not certify any restaurant per se either way. But rather than passing for you, I'll definitely tell, avoid this Burger King, I mean, not a particular name, but all this junky food, fatty, salty, these products you must avoid. And you must take up those non-HFSS items. So it is not, FDA does not certify. You have to understand the role of FDA. FDA does not certify any restaurants. What FDA does is licenses and checks whether those eateries, hotels, restaurants, food business operators are actually abiding by the regulations which they are supposed to implement, food they are supposed to make are as per the standards and safety norms. So we don't give rating. Rating is voluntary as of now. Over a period of time, it will become compulsory. At that point in time, it will be there. But that rating is also valid for a particular period and particular testing. If I go check it today, it may be, say, 5 on 5. Maybe I go tomorrow and it has slid down. So what you need to be there, whenever you go a particular restaurant or eatery, you need to look into whether you are having proper food, proper in the sense standard food and safe food or not. You must be inquisitive about it, like what is it made up of, if it is a packaged food, what are the ingredients in it, what is the type of oil they are using, whether their kitchen is proper or not. These things, if you are inquisitive, I think you will get the right food. And I right food, I mean standard and safe food. Because we are habituated for quick things. So if you are saying, I want in 2 minutes, so you are not going to get 2 minutes of safe food. So go for safe food, go for standard food. Don't go for either certified or non-certified. There is no FDA certified or non-certified. It is either licensed or unlicensed. But for your health, you need to eat good food, natural foods, whether it's a fruit, vegetable, homemade, non-fried items are better off. If you are going for junky food, those should be prohibited. That's where many non-communicable diseases have come up. So my urge and request to you and suggestion to you is to be very cautious while eating whatever you are eating, either at home or outside.
Thank you, sir.
I think that's all with the questions. Yes, we can take.
Yes, yourself.
Namaskar, sir. I'm very glad that we are here in your presence. I wanted to ask you a question in terms of your career of 20 years. What is that one feedback or one comment that a common person has given to you that is something that you'll always remember?
I mean, there is a huge, I can say that I'll remember the feedback of people. When I was in Solapur, I got letters, hundreds of letters about management of Pandharpur Wari. They said that every year we used to come here to see the Vaikunt, but amala narak betot hota. But this year we could see really there is a cleanliness and we are happy about it. I was in health commissioner, so many people thought that I have done wonderful work, so we have got medicines, doctors are there available. When I was in Nagpur during COVID, people thought that, yes, I was responsible for saving many lives. So there are a number of experiences. The common people really appreciate even smallest of the thing, which is actually my job. Normal work I'm not doing something great, but people appreciate it. And there are other feedbacks also, which is not so good. So it's always a mix. Being a public servant, you have to be able to take both in the stride and move ahead.
Sir, I think that would be the last question. Thank you so much for talking to us. Alvin will be delivering the vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir.